It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. You heard that thunder and lightning, the continuation from what happened on our Saturday night Labor Day Classic, 37th annual edition of the Labor Day Classic. Panthers victorious 40-23. But before we get into all that, I want to remind you that you can follow us each and every day right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. That's the YouTube channel. But you can also follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. Visit the website at obnradio.com. And without any further delay, we are going to jump right into today's episode. Today's episode made possible by the Prairie View Athletic Club, serving student athletes since 1986. All kind of charitable events and fundraising events to help support student athletics on the Hill. Also want to acknowledge the Panther backers, also serving student athletes since 1995. They too have all kind of fundraising adventures. They have an annual golf tournament the first weekend of May to help support the funding for Prairie View Athletics. Get in contact with Dino Robertson if you want to get in contact with them about the Panther backers, and you can get in contact with Greg Alston for the Prairie View Athletic Club. Panthers victorious, as we mentioned at the opening. We'll have Coach Bubba McDowell and his recap later on throughout the course of the day. Be sure to check that out, and so much more going on. What a weekend it was for Southwestern Athletic Conference football. Some great, some not so great. What we're going to do today is we're going to break down our SWAC power rankings for the week. And this is how this is going to work. It is going to be the team's performance based on that week. Not who we think is the top dog from, top to bottom throughout the course of the year, but from week to week, we're going to do a power ranking. And we'll kind of break that thing down. We got some other features that we're going to have throughout the fall here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. So make sure you guys help us out by subscribing to the YouTube channel. That YouTube channel is really going to help us make a difference. I am the radio guy. I do a lot of audio. Probably 95% of the stuff that I do is audio, but we are trying to add some video content to it. So help us build that thing by clicking and subscribing today to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Great game. Matter of fact, we were able to provide that game for you guys this past weekend. A lot of you guys came in and checked it out, and we're glad you did. Be sure to keep spreading that love and sharing what we're trying to do here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Just in case you may have missed it, you can go to the YouTube channel, click on Prairie View versus Texas Southern Labor Day Classic 2022, and check out Andre Davis deliver the broadcast in there. Panthers will be on the road to take care of Abilene Christian this week. And Lord say the same when the creek don't rise. We'll give you that game as well. But now let us get into these power rankings. It is no doubt that the number one power ranking for the Southwestern Athletic Conference is Jackson State. All I can say is, oh my goodness. Never saw that one coming in 100 years, 1,000 years. I just didn't see that coming. I actually picked FAMU to win. I know that Jackson State defending champions returning, but I thought FAMU would have given a much more better performance on that. Hey, sometimes it just happens that way, but it is what it is. So number one is going to be Jackson State. Number two on the power ranking this week, are the Southern Jags. Now, we know that they played an NAIA opponent in Florida Memorial and put up 86 points. Seems like to me Dooley was trying to make a statement. And we heard you, Coach Dooley. We heard you. But they got a tall drink of water this week taking on LSU. But for right now, this week, they're our number 2 team. Number 3, going to have to give it to the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, scoring 40 points. I did not expect that. I thought the over-under would have been 41. But they scored 40 points against Texas Southern. Texas Southern were kind of their own worst enemy. A lot of unnecessary penalties and not able to execute in critical times of that ball game. But Prairie View and Coach Bubba McDowell getting his inaugural win against the rival Texas Southern Tigers are our number 3 power team of the week for our SWAC power rankings. Now, as we told you, we are going to do this each and every week. It's not going to be the same each and every week. It's going to be based on the performance, based on the opponent that they had, and whatever little intangibles that we can kind of wither and slither out on these things to make sure that they get what they get. Our number 4 power ranking for the SWAC this week is going to be the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Now, they were in a battle against Lane, and Lane kind of shocked some of the people, but they were able to pull it off. I did pick Pine Bluff to win this one for the fact that they were at home. But they're our number 4 power team or power ranking for this week. Number 5 is going to be Alcorn. Alcorn is number 5. They had a very difficult task, a strong rain delay, but they played a very noteworthy opponent in Stephen F. Austin. 31-27 was the final score. Stephen F. Austin winning that game. But still, I thought that they had enough in the tank to hold them off at the reservation, but they came up just a tad bit short. But we have Alcorn at number 5 in this week's power ranking. Number 6 is Mississippi Valley. Mississippi Valley, although they did lose to Tarleton, they were pretty competitive in this game. Tarleton, although they're somewhat new in the football, they're representing the WAC. Some pretty good production from Tarleton. So therefore, we will have the Delta Devils coming in number 6 in our power ranking. Number 7 is going to be, believe it or not, Texas Southern. Texas Southern, although they fell short for the 8th consecutive time for the Labor Day Classic against Prairie View, as I mentioned, they actually looked pretty good in certain elements of the game, but penalties was the Achilles heel, and the inability at time to come up with the big defensive stop, especially on the run game. Panthers had close to, if not over 400 yards of rushing. Stats were a little bit challenging this week, but it was a very strong run night for the Panthers. So Texas Southern will be number 7 in our power rankings. Coming in at number 8 for this week's power rankings for the Southwestern Athletic Conference is going to be, believe it or not, Bethune-Cookman. Well, Mike, Bethune-Cookman got blown out. Yeah, they got blown out, but it was a Power 5 program, okay? And let's be honest, it was not much expected. And you know what? I just tumbled all this. Let me show my love to Alabama State. I got one ahead. I'm sorry, I got one ahead. Number 8 was Alabama State. Alabama State victorious in their game against Miles. They were number 8. Got ahead of myself. Number 9 was Bethune-Cookman. Okay, I said that sounds a little bit better. Number 9, Bethune-Cookman. Number 8 was Alabama State. Alabama State taking care of business against Miles and was able to nestle in at number 8 this week. And the reason we got them at number 8, even though Miles was a decent opponent, it was a step down, so they were somewhat expected to win that one. Number 9 is Bethune-Cookman, and like I said, they did play a powerhouse in Miami, the U, and just didn't really have much of a fighter's chance. Number 10 is Grambling State Tigers. Grambling State Tigers went up against Arkansas State, had not many answers, but once again, stepping up out of the realm of the FCS, and it is what it is. You just live to fight and see another day. Number 11, Alabama A&M. Alabama A&M really and truly shocked me. Now, I had them not faring off as much as they have in the past this season because of the key element of Akil Glass no longer leading the way at the quarterback position. But they come in at number 11 this week, which leaves us for the number 12 power ranking this week, the FAMU Rattlers. I cannot overemphasize how shocked I was, how disappointed I was. But it's only 1 week. That was a big week, and it's almost scary because many people, including myself, picked FAMU to be either 1 or 2. It was tomato. And if this is the number 2 ranking up against Jackson State, and it's going to be a long season in the Eastern Division of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Those are our power rankings this week. Let us know what you think. I know some will agree, some will disagree, some will say, hey, Prince, blah, 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 blah. But that's what it's all about, right? Chime in. Let us know what you think. You can leave your comments on our YouTube section. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Hit that bell notification. Don't miss anything that we produce. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at the Mike Prince Show. We do have the recap from Coach Bubba McDowell coming in your direction, but the only way you're going to catch it, you got to subscribe. You got to follow. And now is the time to do that. But guess what? Now is the time for me to exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, thanking you guys so much for joining in with us. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.